I'm reassured by talking to EU partners over the last few months that they don't want to see blockades. I think that's very, very important. But clearly what matters to us in the UK is we get on with the rollout of the vaccine programme. I think we've now done over half the adults in the country, which is very, very good news. And we're on course to do the everybody in priority groups 1 to 4, they've been done, but the groups 1 to 9, all the over 50s by April the 15th, and then we'll just bash on with the roadmap that we've set out and with the programme that we've got.
Some suggestion today that you'll be talking to other EU leaders about this issue. What will you be saying to them?
Well, I've talked to our friends repeatedly over the period. We're all facing the same pandemic. We all have the same problems. I think it's one thing that's worth stressing is that on the continent right now, you can see, sadly, there is a third wave underway, and people in this country should be under no illusions that previous experience has taught us that when a wave hits our friends, it I'm afraid washes up on our shores as well, and I expect that we will feel those effects in due course. That's why we're getting on with our vaccination programme as fast as we can. But a vaccination campaign, developing vaccines, rolling them out, these are international projects and they require international cooperation.
Briefly Bristol and then the defence review. So just what did you make of the scenes, what happened in Bristol, the protest yesterday?
Well, I think that all that kind of thing is unacceptable, and I think that the people obviously have a right to protest in this country, but they should protest peacefully and legally.
On the defence review, while we're here today, how do you justify cuts to the armed forces in numbers at the same time as looking to have a bigger global influence? How do you get that balance?
If you look at what we're doing with the armed forces, this is a 14% increase in spending on the armed forces above what was in the manifesto that I was elected on in 2019. It's the biggest spend on the armed forces since the end of the Cold War. And what it's doing is it's enabling us to modernise our armed services, to give them the kit that they're going to need for 21st century conflict. So making sure that we're able to compete in cyberspace, and also with automated aircraft, the Future Combat aircraft system that's being made here in Wharton in Lancashire. And this is a programme, the Tempest programme alone, the Future Combat aircraft system alone, that is going to drive 46,000 jobs. Overall, we're talking about driving 400,000 jobs across the UK, £6.6 billion going into investment in R&D, so lengthening our lead as a science superpower as well. So I see this as vital for our safety, vital for security, but also a massive part of our industrial strategy and our strategy to unite and level up across the whole country.
How do you reassure our allies, such as the US, about the numbers dropping away, though? They might be concerned that we're having fewer boots on the ground.
No redundancies. And if you look at the reserves as well, you're talking about an army of 100,000. And what we're doing is giving them the kit now that they will need to make themselves all the more useful, all the more, I'm afraid, lethal and effective around the world, and therefore all the more valuable to our allies, and all the more deterring to our foes. And that's the name of the game. We don't want to fight wars. We want to deter them, and we want to be useful around the world in partnership with our friends to keep the peace. And to do that, you need strong, robust armed services of the kind that we're investing in for the long term, not just for military purposes, though that's absolutely crucial, but for very, very good economic reasons as well. Thank you.